Hey there, welcome back, DWD crew. Now, we usually focus on ride strategies, crowd logistics, giving you the best places to eat. But today, the mission is morale. We're securing the liquid assets. So, intelligence reports suggest most agents waste their budget on Neo Green sugar water, and that's a failed mission. You need high quality tequila, fresh lime, and the right atmosphere to decompress. So, today, we're going undercover and we're going to give you the best of the best. We are declassifying the Margarita. All right, folks, welcome back. So, before we get going, hit that like and subscribe button so we can keep giving you all the intel that you need. Now, the Margarita. This is a drink that you can find throughout Disney World nowadays. I mean, there's a lot more alcohol flying around, or you're pouring around Disney World than there used to be. And so let's start, though, with an honorable mention, and we're going to go to Animal Kingdom for that before we move on. Then we'll be moving to Epcot, where, big surprise, maybe for some of you or most of you, the best margarita we say is not at Epcot. And then we'll give you our number one pick. So let's get started. So, first we start with the honorable mention. A good place to talk about, to relax, and to have a drink is the Nomad Lounge at Animal Kingdom. Now, this isn't technically a margarita bar, it's a lounge, and it's attached to Tiffin's restaurant. But they serve a drink that you should know about, and it's the Hightower Rocks. Now, it uses Casa Dragon's Blanco tequila, it's watermelon, sweet and sour, and lime juice, and most watermelon drinks taste like candy. This doesn't. It's subtle, light, and it's not too sweet. But I list this as an honorable mention. Why? Because it's a specialty cocktail. It's not a classic margarita. But the location is really what this is about. It's perfect. You don't need a reservation. You join the walk-up list on the app. And it's one of the best places within the Animal Kingdom Park to really escape the heat, escape the rain, if it's pouring out, and just basically watch the boats go by. All right, so that out of the way, now we're going to head to Epcot. Now, Epcot is where you will find some of the best drinks in Disney World, and that includes margaritas, let's be honest. For us, though, I would say number 3 is Choza de Margarita. So this is the stand that's located outside the pyramid in the Mexico Pavilion area here. And now, what are the pros here? It's fast. Okay, so you can grab a drink. Well, most of the time it's fast if it's not a really busy day at the parks. You can grab a drink here without a reservation. It's basically the point. And you can keep moving around the World Showcase. So the cons here, you're kind of standing in the sun if it's a really hot day. But there's a number of Fiesta frozen margaritas, right? Layers of green, red, yellow, and I've tried a few of these mango ones. I mean, I recommend the Fiesta. It's a frozen mix of lime, wild strawberry, and mango. And there's like I said, a number of good ones here. But be careful; these are frozen drinks, right? And so in the Florida heat, they melt very fast. They're also much sweeter than the other drinks on the list. So use this spot if you want basically a quick sugar boost. But don't expect a top tier cocktail. Now, there's lots of places you can go if you want margaritas, as I said, in Disney World. And you can walk around and you can see a lot of these carts and a lot of these stands and a lot of places where you can snag a drink. But the but is you're paying $16 and upwards for one of these drinks. So I am giving you these recommendations. We're giving you these recommendations because you don't want to be wasting your money. You can go on a margarita. You can blow a lot of money in Disney World, but you don't want to be doing that on drinks that really aren't worth the value. So stick to these picks because they'll get you basically the best ones that you can get. So number 2, now this is going to be a surprise. La Cava de Tequila. This is, inside the pyramid. For many people, this is number 1. Not for me, okay? The place is legendary. It's small, dark, has great air conditioning. They've got over 200 tequilas here, right? But La Cava Avocado is probably one of the most popular. Now, I know what you're thinking. Avocado in the drink sounds strange, but it works. The avocado makes the texture creamy, almost like a milkshake. You still get the sharp bite of the tequila and the melon liqueur. So it's rich and it's heavy. You usually only need one. Okay, but what's the problem here? Okay, the drink itself is very good. No word of lie. And like I said, for some people, this is their number one. It's not really number one for me. It didn't really hit the spot as much as I thought it did. And maybe it's because I just didn't like the texture or I don't know what it was. The creaminess, the milkshakiness. I don't know. It tasted good. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people will pick it as their number one. But look at the total picture here. One of the biggest downsides is the wait. This place is very popular. Okay, you check the app for the walk-up list as soon as you get to Epcot, but you can look for a to-go clerk near the entrance, but you can get a drink to go and skip the table service if you want, and that's what I did. That was the idea, right? I said I wasn't going to stay. I was just going to go to the walk-up bar and have the drink and go. Okay, but the problem is the place is super small, so you can actually sit down and have table service in there as well and get snacks and such and have your drink in there. But there's only like a handful of tables, and otherwise you walk up to the bar. But there's only so much space at the bar, so it's pretty tight. So on a not busy day, I was waiting 25 minutes in that line. On a super busy day, you're going to be what? You're going to be 40 minutes waiting for a drink. I mean, is it really worth it? I'd say no. I mean, if it's a bucket list for you that you want to try it, okay, but then make sure you're going on a not a busy day. So what's number one? Number one, the best one, I would say, Rose Gold Sunset. Okay, so where are you going for that? Well, you're leaving the park. It's a great drink. You're also getting a great view. Where are you going? You're going to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. And the drink, again, is the Rose Gold Sunset. It uses Luna Azul Reposada Tequila, fresh flavors of mango, guava, and ginger. And the drink gets a little bit of a kick with that ginger. It cuts through the fruit flavors. It's not too sweet. Okay, the Rose Gold, though, may be number one, but at the same time, it's located at the pool bars, which means it's behind a gate. So if you're not staying at the Polynesian, you're not going to be able to get in there. I mean, they might let you in if they're nice, if the gate's open, maybe, but otherwise, you're going to have found an alternative. So if you're not staying there and you can't get to the pool bar, then the different option is to go to Trader Sam's in the Tiki Terrace. You can get the drinks outside. Now, you can ask for the Rose Gold at Tiki Terrace because they have the same ingredients. They might actually just be able to make it for you and do it there. If they can't, for whatever reason, Rosita's Margarita is a backup option. It's got the same tequila profile. The OA is another option. It's a really fruity flavored drink that matches the kind of fruit profile of the Rose Gold, but it's a shareable drink for two. So just a heads up on that. But those are options if you can't get in to get the Rose Gold. All right, so summary. Nomad Lounge, honorable mention, and good for the break. Choza for a quick fix. La Cava for the reputation and the legend. The Polynesian, though, is the victory lap. All right, so the DWD crew heading out to secure more intel for you as much as we can. If you want the intel without the fluff, subscribe to the channel, DWD, Disney World Declassified. Stay covert. We'll see you in the parks. But of course, you won't see us.